Grant and I recently have been talking about how flat racks on bikes are kind of pointless unless you have a basket. They look cool, but you can't really attach anything to them without having to bring straps, and even then it's kind of awkward. I had this big basket and I wanted to cut it down and make it fit because it is a pretty cool basket and I don't have a use for it other than that. So I took some pliers and I cut the pieces of metal. It was super easy to cut and very satisfying. And I kind of measured it out so that I could fold the pieces over, and I'm thinking that I was gonna like zip tie them together or try to like maybe like wrap wire around them, but I ended up finding some yarn. No, I ended up using like a twine, and it turned out really cool. So yeah, really fun cutting the pieces of metal, because they like made a really satisfying like pop every time you cut them. But I had to use the big guns. I had to pull out the hacksaw for the rim of the basket, and then I took a file and filed down the edges just so they weren't as sharp. There's still a lot of sharp points on this basket, but I figured it's pretty hard to like come in contact with them, and I didn't feel like filing everything down. But I kind of wished that after I had made it, I kind of wish I had actually changed it a little bit. But this is about 2 months later that I'm recording this, and the basket is I really like it. So, but at the time, I wish that I had kept that top rim piece. I wish I had kept those long arms on the side of it so that I could attach it better, but it is what it is. It was pretty like bend, like the material would kind of break if I bent it too hard, so I didn't want to mess it up. I just wanted everything to work out like just easy. See, so I'm filing it down here. It's good enough. This is going on my beach cruiser bike going to the liquor store. Lately, I've been using it to go to the water store near my house, and I realized that I could bring like a half gallon works. But if I try to fill up more than a half gallon, then my front tire feels like it's going to explode. But what's kind of cool is I was able to attach a water bottle holder to the backside of the rack, and it's like the perfect place to have a water bottle holder. I might try to attach a small bar bag to the other side. But so here I figured out that this twine worked way too good at lashing down the material. It's kind of like moves around, but it's just kind of for looks, and it's mostly to stop my hand from getting poked by the sharp metal that's just kind of sitting there. So that side that I did the twine lashing to, pretty much what I'm doing is like keeping the outer, that top rim thing, so everything looks like it was like, it gives it kind of some structure too. But that side faces my handlebars, and I like that I left all the pieces of twine long, because when I'm riding my bike, they are blowing in the wind, and as the basket's been kind of aging, they've been kind of fraying, and it adds some pretty cool texture, and I don't know, something to look at while I'm riding. I like having a lot of stuff hanging off my bike, but I've been thinking about maybe lining the basket with some sort of old fabric if I found something cool. I don't know. I found a pink chip clip while I was riding, and I clipped it to the outer the rim of it, maybe I'll be able to use that one day if I need to hold something to the rim of it. I just kind of chip clip it on, but it kind of just sits there and rattles, and another thing to like look at while I'm riding my bike. This part took a long time, and it was kind of tedious. And I started off making really tight wraps, but by the end of it, I was pretty much just over it. So I started just like really half-assing it. So, but I think that makes it look kind of cool. I just used one long piece and like looped around it, and then I would like tie a knot so that it wouldn't come undone. And you can kind of see my bike on the right side with the green grips. That the one side of the green grips they're those the freaking Oris, and I put a nickel inside the grips to like for like durability so the bar ends don't blow out. But the other side blew out, and I saw somebody did a cool thing like where they took like a cork. Anyway, I'll get back to that. You can see I used those like clamps and clamped it on. It holds on so good. I just found those at my buddy's shop he's moving out of, and that's all.